Alright, we're going to go over the worksheet that you guys all just completed right now. Everybody have it out? Get your books out too, because we'll open up while we go through it. Alright, raise your hand if you know the answer. We're going to start with number 1. So, what is the Vanessa law? Nobody? Yeah? Alright.
Isn't it kind of like if you get caught driving with alcohol in your system, you won't get your license until you're 18?
Correct. So, say somebody is 16 years old with a person that's 21 years old. The person that's 21 is way too drunk, can't drive, and the 16-year-old has only had 1 beer. Can that person drive? No. What would happen?
Get in trouble.
Yeah. Could you get a DWI? Could
Yes.
a 16-year-old get a DWI?
You can't get your license until 18.
Would you have to redo driver's ed?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good. All right, number 2. And if you have any questions, you can go to page 11 to review that if you don't really understand it. What is the Minnesota Basic Law? All right, more people. We need to raise our hand, everybody. All right.
Isn't it 10 in alleys, or 10 miles per hour, 30 in urban areas, and then 55 in under?
Okay, so say you're going 55, but it's raining out.
Then you can
Slow down. Okay. And did you have an answer too?
I was gonna say like that, like the speed limit's 55, but like if it's like really bad weather, you can't go 55. Like you get a ticket still.
Yep. So what if children are playing out in the yard and they run out into the middle of the road and they have to go get their basketball or something? Can you still go 55 right next to them? No. Can you get a ticket?
Yes.
Okay. Good. And did you have something else? to
Yeah, I
add?
was gonna just say like don't drive fast and then race one under existing condition.
Okay. So say you're going 70 and there's a huge snowstorm out. You feel as if you're in control, but the weather doesn't really allow you to maybe be going 70. Can you get a ticket still again?
Yeah.
No, but you're going 70. Speed limit 70. Can you get a ticket?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The next one. We're on 3. Turn to page 26 in your books, just so you can visually see the words too and get them in your head. What are your blind spots?
The pillars.
Where are your pillars? What are pillars?
The part that like hangs down from the woods.
So you would go window, pillar, window, right. So can the front part of the car be a blind spot?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so what would we do in order to make sure we're checking all our blind spots? What would be the answer?
You look over your shoulder.
What would you
Oh wait, so are you talking like small?
Yep, what would we do before? Say we're changing lanes and you can't see, there's a blind spot. What would you do?
Signal
Signal.
over shoulder.
Yep, okay, so
Caution.
so smog, right? You want to look over your shoulder to check that blind spot. So I have a truck, so I have more blind spots, I feel, as if I'm in a small car. I also drive a horse trailer. So am I going to have even more blind spots in that? Because I'm not just looking at a car that's, this size, opposed to a truck with a trailer this size. So I have a small car, and then I have my truck plus a horse trailer. So I have several blind spots in order, being able to pull out. I have to allow myself to give that much more time in case there's another car behind me. All right, that was good. So smog, yes. Over the shoulder. All right, we're going to go on to number 4. Define reckless driving on page 36, if you guys want to look at that one too. All right. What is reckless driving? We got an A student in the class. Anybody else? No? Okay.
Showing willful or wanton.
Yep. It's kind of like, if you want to remember that, think Chinese food, like a wonton. Help you remember. Yeah? Yeah. And all those creamy little deliciousness that you get.
Driving recklessly, you'll get wonton.
Yes, you very well could. Chinese is that delicious, absolutely. All right. All right, we're going to go to number 4. Explain what regulatory signs are. Okay.
Okay, they are red, white, and they like have black writing on them too. And if you disobey this, if you get caught, like you can get a ticket.
Pick a sign in here that is a regulatory sign.
Do not enter, stop sign, wrong way. No.
Okay, so you get to a stop sign. How many feet before a stop sign would you want to stop?
2.
2. Not 10?
No.
Not 10?
No.
No, not 10. All right. And then what are we on? So we're on 6. So explain what warning signs are. Anybody else? Someone in the back. Orange shirt. What's warning sign?
Yellow.
There you go. So pick a sign in here that is a warning sign.
Slippery when wet.
So what would you do in that instance if a road is
Slow
slippery?
down.
Slow down. And you don't want to slam on the brakes because, you know, what would you do if that happens?
Yeah, hydroplane.
All right, we can move. We did 6. All right, 7. But explain the difference between the pavement marking colors and where do you see them? It's on page 64 if you want to look.
Question? Oh, yes.
Everybody on page 64? Yeah. All right. You can go ahead and explain.
Yellow is when you're on a two-way street, and if they're two solid lines, neither side can pass. If it's solid on one side, that side can't pass. And if it's dotted, both sides can pass. And then,
Okay, keep going.
and then the white ones are like on a one-way, they like just separate lanes going in the same direction.
Okay. So say say this is a one-way going on to a one-way, and there's a red light, and you're here, and you want to make a left-hand turn. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if there's a car coming right here?
Yield.
Yield, wait, can you just run through a red light? Can you,
You have to stop first.
a complete stop, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What are we on? 8. What is, that's on page 82 if you want to look at it. What is hydroplaning? All right. I think you know it.
Well, it's like when you like are skidding on the water, because like you have bald tires or something.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
And then you make a little black mark on the ground.
It's pretty good. So, say I'm driving and it's raining and I don't have very good, tread on my tires. Am I still touching the pavement? Am I riding on like a thin piece of, water? Am I, do I control? Or am I just kind of gliding and don't want to slam on the brakes? What if you slam on the brakes?
You like fly over.
Sliding.
Yep, and then you'll impede on other traffic. You could cause, instead of just letting out the brake and keeping your wheels forward and just waiting until you get back onto traction. Say you turn, you're impeding other traffic, you can cause a really big accident. On Highway 8, you're not going just 10 miles an hour, you're going 50 or 55. So it can go from something very basic and something little to something completely out of control and extreme. So that's good. What does SMOG stand for? Alright,
Signal mirrors over the shoulder and go if safe.
there you go. How many feet do you want a signal for? 100? Okay. Alright. That's pretty good. We're on 10. What do you know about carbon monoxide?
It can kill you.
You can? Yeah? Can you see it?
Yes, you can.
Clear.
Oh yeah.
Yep, but it can kill you.
You can't smell it, and it's in
how long can it take to affect your body? Yep, yep. Alright. We're on 11. Explain the difference between ABS and regular brakes.
Okay, ABS is when it automatically, pump up the brakes.
Yep.
But if you don't have that ABS, then you have to do it yourself.
Yep, slowly pump the brakes yourself. Yeah, absolutely. So say in weathery, snowy conditions, you're coming up to a stoplight and it's slippery. If you have ABSs, what will it automatically do? Pump your brakes. You don't, you want to start a good distance and pump your brakes yourself in order to be able to stop prior to the stoplight, right? Okay. All right. Can you drive in the bike lane? When?
Making a right turn.
Making a right turn. So can I cruise in the bike lane all day long?
No.
Why?
Bikers.
How far away from a biker do we want to be?
3 feet.
3 feet. So say there's traffic in all 4 lanes. There's nothing in the bike lane. Can I consistently just drive in the bike lane? No. Okay, good. All right. So 13. Where would you carry your insurance card in your vehicle? That's on page 38 too, if you want to look at it.
Your glove box,
Why?
because if you had it like your purse or like a bag, you could like take it in and out of your car and you need it all the time.
Okay. So say I'm leaving for the morning. My boyfriend's leaving it for in the morning, same time, and he decides to take my vehicle instead of his. Completely acceptable, but he gets pulled over, and I have my insurance card with me. What happens? Can he get a ticket?
Yes.
Yeah. Even though the car is completely insured, he can still get a ticket. You have to have proof at all times, because you never know, And Adam is my boyfriend. I take his car all the time, and he keeps his insurance card in his wallet. I said, "What if I get pulled over? I'm not paying the ticket. You're paying the ticket, because it's his. He should be, respectful that I'm taking a vehicle or anybody else. Say you're in an emergency and somebody has to quick move your car, and then there's a police officer right behind you, and for some odd reason he wants to see, just in case if you have insurance, can that person get a ticket? Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. All right. Again, we're gonna go over this a little bit more. When can you make a left-hand turn on a red light?
One way.
One way to one way. Yep, just exactly what we went over. If you're in this lane turning, do you want to go and turn into this lane?
No.
No. Why?
Because you want to have the closest lane.
Exactly. Yep. So say your car is in this one. Do you want to go to this lane? Why? What if the car's right here? Then you would be cutting that person off and going in and impeding their their right of way of the lane that they're staying in. So, all right, I think that is the worksheet. Does anybody have any other questions? We're gonna move on to something else here in a little bit.